Showing up confident is not about being perfect all the time. It's about having the ability to be seen, have eyes on you, feel uncomfortable, and move through insecurities and vulnerability with trust in yourself. To allow your authenticity to come out and know that it's safe to be you. If you're new to the channel, welcome into Femilescence. This space is all about inspiring you, guiding you to become a woman who is anchored in her worth. She knows her truth and she embodies her authentic essence. She moves through life with soul and radiates beauty simply by being herself. I was excited to have this chat today because I've been doing this work for a long time, like a decade now. It's like a lifelong journey that I have with owning who I truly am and working through that feeling of not enough, which I feel like a lot of women can relate to. But I just feel like I'm truly like, this is part of my purpose here on earth, is to learn how to navigate this particular thing and help other women along the way. But recently I had a trigger come up for me that really sparked this idea to even talk about this. So what this experience triggered in me was the fear of being seen. And in this moment, I had to really witness and call on all of my inner work tools that I had been practicing to calm myself down and remember to be embodied. What was going on in the situation was I just felt like I felt so vulnerable. I felt so raw. In this space, there was eyes on me and I didn't know how to hold myself in that uncomfortable feeling. Of course, limiting beliefs were coming up and I was cringing. I just felt myself crumbling. I was kind of like, how do I stand? Like, just those awkward, nervous reactions that you get. And so it really made me start thinking about this theme of being seen. It's not that you're not confident or that you need to do more work to be more confident, put on a front, fake it till you make it. What's going on is that you're afraid of being seen. You have yet to stand in your vulnerability and move past this comfort zone, trusting yourself in this moment. And this can apply to any situation. It's not just about being out in public. It could be you wanting to post something that feels real to you on social media, but you're nervous about how it's going to be taken, or you connecting with someone one-on-one, like a friend, and wanting to share vulnerably with them, show them a different side of you, or just connecting with someone new and not feeling comfortable. Can you be yourself or not? How do you be yourself? Just anything in general regarding you just being yourself. It can feel uncomfortable to be authentic when you're afraid of being judged, when you're operating from that place of fear. In these moments, you're getting uncomfortable, anxious feelings. It's nerve-wracking. Limiting beliefs are coming up. You're starting to think about, what are people thinking about me? And they're probably picking out all of my flaws. All of these limiting beliefs coming up are probably exactly what people are thinking about me. And all that is your inner critic, and you're disconnecting from yourself in these moments. You're not connecting into your body. You're just all caught up in your head. When you separate from yourself in this way, you're going against your very nature, because your very nature is love. You are a human that desires love and belonging, and you can't really get to that full circle feeling when you're disowning yourself. If you aren't showing up as yourself, who you truly are, then not only do you take away others' opportunity to get to know who you are and connect with people better, but you're taking their opportunity of being more of themselves away as well. Because even if you trigger them, you're sparking something in them, whether it be the, like I said, trigger or the inspiration. You're sparking them to be more of their self. And it's their choice to do the inner work to become that. But when they see you radiating in your light and being authentic and not having that buffer filter of, is this acceptable to talk, behave, and act this way or not? And I don't mean break down a filter and be inconsiderate of others, but that filter that limits you, that ego inner critic that is puppeting you. When you let that down, you become your authentic self. You can just freely express. Your soul can come out. It's no longer suppressed. You're in your body, moving, feeling, and experiencing the world around you. And that's when you radiate that beauty and that light, that beautiful effervescence that is unique to you and that connects to your authenticity. It's a loving feeling. That's exactly why my hand went to my heart intuitively. You strip that away from other people when you don't embody that, because when they see you in that energy, in that light, they're like, wow, it initiates the light in them, and they may get a trigger and think, who does she think she is? She doesn't have a right to, be acting that way. She's not even all that, or whatever. Or they may be like, wow, look at her, she's amazing. But it all goes back to them and their thought processes and their beliefs. And half the time when we're insecure, thinking, oh, what are they thinking about me? They probably don't think that I have a right to, flip my hair and just be in the moment and be relaxed in my being. That's really just going back to our own limiting beliefs and our oppression due to limiting conventional beauty standards and just blah, 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 all of that stuff. And it puts us in a negative frequency, a frequency of lack. And like I said, that is against your very nature of love. And when you start breaking all of that down, the limiting beliefs, those insecure feelings, you start hitting that sweet spot of your authenticity. When you can strip all of that down and get raw and stand vulnerably in these moments and begin to operate differently in them instead of shrinking and hiding, then you don't succumb to that fear of being seen. So the next time you get triggered and have insecure feelings or are worried about people judging you, that fear of being seen comes up, here's what you're gonna do. Pause and put your awareness on what's going on. What sensations are you experiencing? What thoughts are coming up? You're already making change in this moment because you're saying, hey, no, I'm actually gonna pay attention and shift this, or at least try to. You're beginning to move through the discomfort, and that's when you begin to generate self-acceptance, trust, compassion, all of the things that are necessary to show up confidently and in your authenticity. If you break down the word confident, you'll find its roots in trust and confidant. It's about being a confidant to yourself, relating to yourself lovingly, softening into compassion, giving yourself the love and encouragement as you would a child, a sweet, innocent child that is feeling scared in a situation or needs guidance. There's these pieces of you still living inside of you that need your nurturance. And with this awareness and presence, you can bring light to these things that have been in the darkness, running in the background beneath your awareness, and start to uncover them, transform them, and then you have open space for your soul to come through without any limitations or restriction. And this is repatterning your brain. The more that you practice this, the more that you begin to respond differently to life and to these situations, and the more strong that you get in being yourself. And you don't even have to think twice about what does being myself mean, because you will feel it. You're going to be so embodied and out of your head that you're just going to know. And that's what it feels like to live sensually, in your senses, through your senses, that feeling nature, that in the moment full presence. It's beautiful. And that's why I say that's your beauty. That's when you really shine. After you put your awareness on all of that and take that pause to reflect, you then have the chance to dig into these limiting beliefs and these emotions that you're feeling. You can start to understand why you're feeling this way, what it means to you, what story is this carrying on. And if you're feeling uncomfortable, obviously it doesn't align with your truth. And so it is time for it to be put to rest. It's time for you to release it. And then you can pivot to what you actually want to be feeling and experiencing, what you actually want to be focusing on. But it's not about always having positive, happy emotions either. What it's really about is learning how to weigh the scales in balance and move through any adversity, any situation, learning how to relate to yourself in a way that comes from a place of love. Even if you're not feeling too lovely, even if you're feeling these negative emotions, you hold yourself and you allow yourself to feel these ways, but then you guide yourself through it. And that's just learning how to be in flow with life. When you do that, that's when you gain real strength, integrity, and trust, because you begin to realize that no matter what happens, no matter what I go through, no matter what I look like, I'm going to be okay. And I'm safe and I can hold myself. And I'm worth it. Unshakable confidence comes through with that. Tapping into your feminine energy and utilizing those feminine principles is what will help you understand your vulnerability as a superpower and be more in your authenticity no matter the situation. Move from that love. Think softening, that raw honesty and boundaries. A lot of people think that boundaries is exclusive to masculine energy, but absolutely not. An embodied woman in her feminine energy has boundaries, and it comes from a place of love. Relating to yourself compassionately, nurturing and caring for yourself instead of disconnecting, separating, and rejecting yourself, going against your true nature. When you start to relax into your body, anchor into your center, and know how to ground in these situations, you are dancing with grace and saying, no, come back. It's okay. You're okay. And that's a beautiful gift of your feminine essence that you can call on. And it allows you to feel everything without being blocked by anything. You have that power inside of you to reclaim that birthright of worth, love, and wholeness. That is inherent to you. It is a baseline of your very essence. You were born with it. Your soul carries it. And regardless of anything that you've learned about yourself through experiences, conditioning, programming, standards, regardless of your physical looks, you deserve to be in that. You deserve to show up and just express how you want to express and feel good about yourself. Be confident. Let your voice be shared. When you find this alignment, you won't be worried about people pleasing and being liked by everybody. You won't be worried about what everyone else thinks. You'll be able to understand other people and respect how they are, who they are, what they like, what they don't like, and still be yourself and align and gravitate towards the people that resonate with you most. And that reflects your wholeness. This is your beauty. And it's simply by being fully you, melting into this pure essence. It's all about returning